Nurmagomedov. So hopefully we might see a few Khabib techniques pulled off here.
Underway, the amateur flyweight division. Our third person in the octagon is referee Phil Cassidy. 3 by 3 minute rounds in the B class division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. She weighed in at 55.3 kilograms, training at Tribal MMA, coached by Paul Birch. She's on debut. This is Gem, the Diamond Queen. And her opponent fighting out of the blue corner. She weighed in at 56.7 kilograms, training out of Whitsunday Martial Arts, coached by Anton Zafia. Welcome, Beck Weall.
I mentioned before Beck's favourite fighter is Khabib Nurmagomedov, who we see has a very crushing wrestling style. Interestingly enough, Beck's coach Anton Zaffa has a very similar style, so it'll be interesting if Beck's going to adopt that style in this fight, looking for the takedown, the top position, the ground and pound.
She's definitely got the height and reach in this fight, so the advantage, I should say.
Yeah, and we see Gem close the distance there, putting Beck's back to the cage and trying to get dominant position here. Being the shorter fighter, you know, that's not a bad idea. She can get her takedowns, level change, get her takedowns a little bit easier.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
No break from the clinch here. Both girls back to center cage.
It can be quite intimidating too, coming into a fight, being the shorter opponent. You know, you've really got to figure out where your range is at, and then try and breach that distance. So, you know, it might take Gem some time, being her first fight, just to work it out.
Yeah, she's looking really comfortable here on the outside. You know, she's using some good movements, some good feints, and she landed a nice jab there before on Beck. So, you know, you see the girls here again in the clinch against the cage. I've mentioned it earlier in the night, but this is a really grueling position. A lot of people at home couldn't really appreciate the amount of energy and physicality that takes place here in this cage. So, in the clinch here. So nice. And Beck coming out of that clinch with some strong strikes. Nice knees by Beck here. Beck seems to have really found a home for some of those knees. And her corner man, Anton Zaffa, is calling for her to continue those knees. Beck seems to have sort of found her groove here now. You know, she's looking very focused with her striking. She's got some confidence up. She seems to be keeping Gem right at the end of her range now.
Yeah, Beck's definitely got some nice long punches that she's landing.
Yeah, she's putting together some nice simple combinations, finding it some home for those straight punches. So she's doing a great job. And Gem's really got to look to close her distance. I think, you know, she seemed to be a bit more at home when she had it against the cage. And Beck looking to finish the round strong with some more knees to the body. All right, a good opening round by both girls there. They both had their moments. Beck's definitely looking fresh. She's dancing around. I expect nothing less. You know, with coming out of Whitsunday Martial Arts, they definitely put an emphasis on conditioning up there. And she's looking good. You know, it's interesting. It's those little things that you notice being a fighter yourself. We see Beck standing here. She's not using her stool. Looking over into the other corner, we see Gem Clay is sitting on the stool. She's not looking at fresh. that can make a big difference. You know, psychologically for Beck, looking across the cage there and seeing her opponent sitting down, breathing heavier, Beck standing there, feeling fresh. That does it does make a big difference. It gives a fighter confidence, and a confident fighter is a dangerous fighter. So it'll be interesting to see if Beck comes out looking for the finish in this second round.
And it was actually, you know, leading up to Coastal Combat 2 and this fight, like it was quite hard matching Beck. And in her previous bout, she faced a much more experienced opponent. So, you know, that was an unfortunate loss, but she's really looking confident tonight. But not to take anything away from Gem play.
Yeah, no, Gem is definitely still, you know, right in this fight. She hasn't done anything wrong. She's looking good. She comes out and she's moving around the cage well again now, so she might have freshened up during that break in between rounds.
And this is Tribal's first female MMA fighter. They've been, you know, boasting that they've got some females down there. They're a relatively new gym on the coast, so it's good to see they've actually got a female fighter.
Yeah, it's great seeing. It's great seeing, you know, females getting more involved in MMA at all levels. You know, from the grassroots levels like we see here, right up, you know, to the UFC. The standard is really lifting, and it's so impressive to see these girls in there mixing it up. It's great. And again, and Beck's got to the back of Gem with a standing rear naked choke. She's taken it to the ground, got her hooks in, and there's the tap. Great work by Beck Weall, capitalising on an opportunity there. She saw her opponent's back, took it to the ground, and got a nice rear naked choke.
Yeah, she made short work of that. That was a nice quick submission.
Victorious at 1 minute and 1 second of the second round by rear naked choke, Beck Weall!
All right, Beck, great fight. Really impressive. That finish came pretty quick there. Tell us what was going through your head when you got to the back there. What were you thinking when the fight went to the ground?
I just thought, don't let go. Don't let it go.
That's a good thought. I noticed in between round 1 and 2, you didn't take the stool. You were standing there. You're coming out of Whitsunday Martial Arts. You've got Anton Zaffer in your corner, probably, I dare say, the fittest guy in Australian MMA. How hard has he been pushing you through this camp?
Pretty hard. Sorry, I'm really bad at talking. It's been a tough camp. He's pushed me every single day, 6 days a week, 2 times a day in the gym. So, yeah, the fitness is definitely there.
Awesome stuff. And anyone you'd like to thank, Beck?
Gem, first of all, thank you very much. Thank you to Coastal Combat for having me back. To my coaches, my partner, Rich, you're amazing. Anton, thank you for everything. All the guys back at the gym, everyone, I'm happy.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, Beck, and go and enjoy your win.